Hello. We live in strange times, don't we? We are going through monumental times. Let's sit and have a chat about it. Disclaimer, my thoughts, my opinions, just sitting here chatting what's in my head. Don't take anything that I say as gospel. Bits of it, yeah, are true, are complete true. I talk about what I see, the facts that are presented to me, but it's my opinion on them, so don't go saying Kerry Ann said this, because yeah, okay, so disclaimer. Also, I swear, so that's not for a lot of people. Let's get on with it. So the 20s, I predict, right, like, I mean, let's face it, 2020 started it all off. We're in 2022, it's only getting fucking worse. It's only going to get worse, unfortunately. I think I'm making a prediction that in history, these are going to be known as the Roaring 20s, because we're going to spend the whole decade roaring. You heard it here first, kids. But yeah, I've spent a lot of the 20s roaring. I don't know about you. And it, like I say, it's only going to get worse. And until we stop them. Like, literally. It's not going to get any better unless something's done. That is just fact. That is fact. But it's my opinion. Don't take the video down. Disclaimer. Personal opinion. It's my personal opinion that it's fact, but you can see that it's not, and that these people are actually gonna change and start working for our benefit instead of their own. You can believe that. You can believe that if you want to. You can ignore all the proof out there. One bit of proof. During the older, with the jibble jabbles, in the pharmaceutical industry has seen the creation, due to the jibble jabbles, of 9 new billionaires, because it's about healthcare and not profit. 9 new billionaires have been made. Now this, you can look up. You can look it up. Don't take it as I'm saying it's fact. That's what I've read. They said it was fact. My opinion on that. Stop fucking saying it, guys. But yeah. So basically, apparently, allegedly, 9 new billionaires have been made in the pharmaceutical industry selling healthcare. A cure. Alright? Now, just to put that in perspective, 1,000,000 seconds is 12 days, 1,000,000,000 seconds is 35 years. That's how much a billion is. 9 new people have attained that obscene level of wealth selling snake oil. That's the insanity of the world that we live in at the minute. I've just seen a video today. It's fucking laughable if it ain't so tragic. Boris Johnson's been to Ukraine, traipsing around Kyiv with old Zelensky, the midget in green, and yeah, like with these, like literally traipsing around in his suit in war-torn Ukraine that's allegedly under attack by Russians, traipsing around in his suit, tie flapping in the wind, just him and Zelensky, and loads of soldiers round going like like just soldiers around them, just on alert. They go past this chap on a bicycle, sat at a kiosk, like just buying something from a kiosk. Turns around, oh, there's Zelensky and some bloke in a suit. Oh, cracking. Like literally, face not hanging off, not covered in napalm, nobody holding a gun at his head, just sat on a bike, purchasing something in the street. Cars going by, doing their daily business. Absolutely nothing there visually to indicate war, except for these half a dozen to a dozen blokes in fucking military things going round, walking them round. They walk along, some woman comes up to him, in a park. I'm assuming she's meant to be there because she's carrying 2 ornamental cocks. You couldn't fucking write it, like literally. She presents 2 ornamental cocks with some pottery chickens. Ba-dum-bum, had to be done. Yeah, pottery cocks, ornamental ones with gold bits on. I think there's some kind of jug. Gives one to Zelensky, one to Johnson. Presents them. Here you go. Ornamental cock. Have a pottery chicken. And they're like, oh, whoa, smashing. Boris Johnson realises that he's holding an ornamental cock and says, oh, cockerels, and sort of sniggers like, and I don't know whether he thinks like, hold on a minute, is she calling us a pair of ornamental cocks? Because literally that's what they are. They're ornamental. They're there for show. It was pantomime, pure staged pantomime. We're giving apparently another £100 million to Ukraine. It's up to, I don't know how much we're giving them now, but I know that like weeks ago we were giving them 400 million, and then this week I've seen another 100 million, but I think we've given them elsewise for arms. A lot of it's for armaments. Oh, they're fighting. There's nobody there. Literally, are they just giving these fucking geezers better guns? What? Let's just give them all a laser sight. What is this money going towards? But I know where it's coming from. It's coming from British taxpayers' tax contributions. That, and what's made these 9 billionaires, that is all coming from British taxpayers. British taxpayers now have been told to tighten their pockets. They've given all their money away. All of their money's been spent on fucking arming a country who isn't being invaded, in my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion. If you believe it, if you're, I wouldn't say falling for it, but like literally that's the point. It's like literally there's enough information out there that it's not happening. But if you don't want to look at that and you want to believe, because, and what chance do you have of believing anything else? Because it's all that's told to you by the TV. Just like the TV told you to go out and get jibble-jabbled, and people have made billions of pounds off that, just like you were told to do that, and it's made people obscenely wealthy. You're being told to give your money to Ukraine, and it's making other people, well, probably the same people, obscenely fucking wealthy. And who isn't obscenely wealthy? Your average Joe Bod on the street. Well, now they're coming out with quotes like "heat or eat." People, young families, old folk are having to choose between turning the heating on and eating something. That's what we're living through. Do you see any benefits, fucking sing-songs coming out for the poor sods that can't fucking feed their kids? No, it's their money that's fucking going paying for Boris Johnson to be presented with an ornamental cock. It's their money that's paid for 9 new billionaires. And we are feeling the pinch. I'm not, I ain't struggling at the minute, right? But people are. And I stand with them. I stand with the people who are struggling, who are paying, who their fair share of what is on this planet is going on bombing people and fucking lining fat cats' pockets. It's everyday man that's struggling now. This is all going to blow up. 2022 is going to be awful. People are now losing their lives. There is going to be a lot of dropping like flies. But, again, just opinion. But there are going to be consequences, whether or not we have another lockdown, because apparently Bojo's, you've got to dangle that fear, Cara. Got to keep us in constant fear. So it's the fear and the lack of money, right, which is all by design. These people up there, those folk, right, those few people who decide what goes on, and they tell a few people who then run the people underneath them. By the time it gets down to us, nobody even knows halfway up who passed these decisions down, because we only converse with the next level up. Nobody knows who's actually making the decisions, but there's only a few of them, and we could take them in a fist fight. Never mind, not a gun fired, mate. We could take them in a fist fight. That's how few people make the ultimate decisions of what goes on this planet. But let's pretend that politicians have some say. Let's pretend that they do. We could just stop listening to, right, okay, we're not going into that, right? Never mind what we do about it. We need to come together and work out that. I'm telling you why I think something needs to be done. Because we just watch the TV and we see people say, oh, Ukraine, they've got it so bad. Watch this video of Boris Johnson walking around Kyiv, mate. There is nobody there suffering. There is no blood on the streets. There are no soldiers on the streets except for them. The staged ones, the actors just there to make it look like literally, look at the logic of these geezers that they had walking around Zelensky and Boris Johnson. What's the logic behind those people being there? They aren't holding up riot shields. They are there to shoot somebody. They're there with guns. They're not providing a barrier. If somebody wanted to shoot either of these two very high-profile men, they could do it. Do you know what I mean? They could do it. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? They're a sniper. There's such a thing as snipers. Used to know one, actually. And there's buildings all around them, like shitloads of windows that they could have a sniper in. Take these two guys out just like that. These blokes walking around them are ornamental cocks, because they're just there to make it look like there's some kind of military shit going on. If there was, like there would be, if they were in any danger, they'd have put him in a bulletproof vest. They wouldn't have let him out on the street. If there were foreign soldiers in that street, there were shitloads of places for them to hide, and no barrier, no riot shields, no fucking tank, no body armour, not even so much as a pair of fucking sunglasses on the guy. Nothing. If there was a danger, he'd be dead. That's you doing it again. Get back to the point, Kez. I'm sorry, but it pisses me off. Understandably, how we're being played. And it's always, let's bring them out like we Ebola. Remember that we all died from? You remember all the people that you lost to Ebola? But Bob Geldof came out, did a little sing-song, made you give some money. What did you get back for that money that you paid for fucking Bob Geldof to do a sing-song? What are you going to get back for this, for what you're paying to they've got in the co-op like a little bucket, give you extra change to Ukraine. Why? They don't need it. Again, you're doing it again. Right, the point of this video. We are entering into a time of crisis, monetary-wise, because all of this show that we've given our money to is crippling, is going to cripple everyday folk. And it's not just going to be, oh my God, I have to eat beans. I can't have, me roast chicken on a Sunday. We have to have beans on toast. That's not just how it's going to hit you. There are bad things going to happen. Crime is going to go through the roof. You take away people's money, mate, they're going to steal it from other people. The bad people are going to steal it from other people. People who aren't bad people are going to turn to things like shoplifting and whatever. So crime is going to be on the rise. Anger management, which again, crime, domestic violence, child abuse is going to fucking skyrocket. My mum had a phrase, sorry, cat's going mental, princess. My mum had a phrase. She had lots of phrases, my mum, clever lass, my mum. When poverty comes in the door, love goes out the window. And we're going to see a lot of marriages in real trouble now, because poverty is coming in a lot of people's doors who thought that they were safe. And when you take away that safety and you're panicking, if your partner does something that sets that balance off, it gets you arguing with each other, there's going to be a lot of marital breakdowns coming up. There's going to be a lot of, like I say, child abuse, people taking it out on the kids. There's going to be an awful lot of fucking suicides of people who can't add the numbers up. That is going to be rife. Keep your eye on people. Just keep your eye out for other people. Notice the signs of people changing their behaviour. Alcoholism, again. Drug use, again. Going to go through the roof. And it's not, you know, like when you're in these circumstances, you don't think, but I could be spending this money on food, especially if you're on your own. You know, like if you're a single person and it's like you've got this money, well, I could get wasted and just not even think about it for 5 hours. Or I could eat. It's like, well, I'm going to fucking die anyway by the looks of this. They're telling me that I'm either going to be killed by a pandemic or I'm going to get bombed. I might as well be wasted. You know, like people don't logically think when they're going down the road of drink or drugs. They need out of there. So keep an eye on people with that. And I do play I play games on my mobile phone, and like the adverts are coming up for shit, and I'm like, that's another thing that's going to go through the roof. Gambling addictions. If you have a gambling addiction or that kind of personality, just fucking work on it now before things get really bad, because that is just gonna be rife. You know, it's like, I mean, I'm a sod. I buy scratch cards every week. Don't put the lottery on because I don't know how to do it anymore. And I can't be asked anyway. But I do buy a scratch card every week. And it is, you know, like, I can see how tempting it is to just go like, right, well, I've got a £5. Do I save it to put towards the shopping, or do I spend it on scratch cards? You know, like, it's... We're living in times where stuff doesn't make sense. You've got an incredibly important, allegedly one of the most important men on the planet, walking around a war zone in a suit with no body armour and no shielding, and that is meant to hit your brain making sense. It doesn't make any sense, but that has to make sense in your brain, because that's what you're being told by the media. This makes sense. It's fucking with people's heads. Nothing right now makes sense out there. So you need to make sure that you're keeping some sense in here, and you're keeping your eye out for other people as well, because like like I say, it's going to get bad. It is. You know, it's not going to get any better until we tell these people, no, enough now. You've had your chance, and we see where you're going with it, because it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And you are, you know, trickle down economics, mate. The cream is rising to the top and they're skimming it off. And down here, we're festering and going fucking stagnant, because all of the goodness rises up there. There is no trickle down economics. It's the other way around. It all goes up. We fucking sit round here working our asses off. Not me, obviously, but I'm doing my bit here. But we sit here, we do all that, everything, and they take from us, they take from them, these take from here, and up at the top, right up the top, where you can't even see, there are a group of people that you don't even know exist, who literally have fucking everything. You think that billions are fucking a lot of money. Wait until you find out the trillionaires. And the billionaires, they're now in races to become the first fucking trillionaire. It's playground tactics. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, fucking, like, a lot of Jeff Bezos. is a walking, talking penis, is a little boy in an old man's body, and it ain't even an attractive one at that. I know I can't say no, not a look at myself, but even I'd turn down Jeff Bezos, mate. With all the money in the world. Some people just have common sense. Most people don't, because we are told from the news, the be-all and end-all, you know, like the media or the be-all and end-all. They tell us what we have to think, and it's a nonsense. And they tell us that it makes sense, and it's going to drive people over the fucking edge. Just keep your calm, question everything, and if it doesn't look real, allow it to not be real. Not everything has to be the truth. If it looks like it's staged, like the Boris Johnson thing so obviously is, allow it to be that. It's okay to admit, hold on a minute, this don't make sense. When we do that, we come together and we talk about it down here, we then are sending different fucking cream to the top. We nourish ourselves, and if we nourish ourselves between ourselves and the few layers at the bottom who actually matter get to work together to build a solid foundation, eventually that'll dry up like a crust, like a scab, and fall off the top, because it's not being fed from down below. Getting a bit deep now. Just keep your head on straight. It's going to get worse before it gets better. But remember that we are what matters, not them guys. Love you all. If you want to talk about anything, leave a message in the comments. And let's just talk to each other a bit more and be kind. Love you all. Bye.